fire has always been emotional. Before it was decorative, before it was design, it was about warmth, gathering, and stillness. In modern interiors, the fireplace hasn't disappeared. It has evolved. Today, minimal fireplaces are no longer loud centerpieces or ornate statements. They are quiet, architectural moments, designed to calm the space rather than dominate it. They sit flush within walls, stretch horizontally across rooms, or rise vertically like a glowing line of warmth. Nothing is excessive. Nothing is forced, and if you look closely, you'll notice something powerful. The less the fireplace tries to impress, the more impact it has. In today's video, we're exploring minimal fireplaces, how they shape modern interiors, how they influence mood and flow, and why they've become an essential element in contemporary, luxury, and minimalist homes. The philosophy of minimal fireplaces. Minimal fireplaces begin with a mindset, not a material. They are rooted in the idea that architecture should feel intentional, calm, and timeless. Unlike traditional fireplaces that rely on mantels, moldings, or decorative surrounds, minimal fireplaces remove everything that isn't essential. What remains is form, proportion, and flame. The goal is not to decorate the wall. The goal is to let the fire exist as a natural element within the architecture. This is why minimal fireplaces often feel almost invisible when turned off. They blend into plaster walls, concrete surfaces, or stone cladding. When the flame is lit, it feels like the space itself has come alive. Minimalism here does not mean cold or empty. Instead, it creates balance between warmth and restraint, emotion and structure. These fireplaces are designed to slow the room down. They encourage stillness, reflection, and comfort without distraction. Form, proportion, and architectural placement. In minimal fireplace design, form is everything. One of the most common expressions is the horizontal fireplace. Long and linear, it stretches across living room walls, grounding the space and emphasizing width. This format works beautifully beneath floating shelves, integrated TV units, or uninterrupted feature walls. Vertical fireplaces, on the other hand, create a completely different effect. They draw the eye upward, enhancing ceiling height and adding a sculptural presence without visual weight. In double-height spaces, they act almost like glowing architectural columns. Placement is never random. Minimal fireplaces are aligned with furniture layouts, sightlines, and circulation paths. They are often centered with seating arrangements, or subtly offset to maintain asymmetry and flow. Flush mounting is key. The firebox sits perfectly level with the wall surface, eliminating shadows, frames, or visual interruptions. The result is a fireplace that feels built into the structure, not added later. Even the size of the flame opening is carefully considered. Too large, and it becomes overpowering. Too small, and it loses presence. Minimal design lives in this balance. Even glass is treated minimally. Frameless fireboxes and clear panels ensure nothing interrupts the flame. Lighting around minimal fireplaces is indirect, gentle wall washes or recessed LEDs that highlight texture rather than form. Everything works together quietly. atmosphere, function, and modern living. Minimal fireplaces are as much about feeling as they are about design. They soften modern interiors, especially those dominated by clean lines, concrete, and open layouts. The fire introduces movement, warmth, and life, without adding visual clutter. Functionally, most minimal fireplaces use gas or bioethanol systems. These options allow for clean operation, easy control, and flexibility in placement. There's no need for traditional chimneys, which opens up endless design possibilities. In open-plan homes, minimal fireplaces often act as subtle zoning elements, defining living areas without walls. In bedrooms, they create intimacy and calm. In bathrooms or spa-inspired spaces, they elevate everyday routines into experiences. What makes them truly timeless is their ability to adapt. They don't follow trends. They rely on proportion, material honesty, and emotional comfort. Years from now, they will still feel relevant, because they were never trying to be loud. Minimal fireplaces remind us that warmth doesn't need decoration. That beauty can exist quietly, and that sometimes the most powerful design choices are the ones that almost disappear. They don't compete with furniture or architecture. They complete it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into minimal fireplace design, let me know in the comments what style you're most drawn to: horizontal, vertical, or fully integrated. And if you're designing or renovating, remember, simplicity is not the absence of detail, but the presence of intention. Thank you for spending this time with Homey Studio. I'll see you in the next video.